mean, like we know what we're seeing, and some people are clueless.
We remember what this is, right?
Yes. I wondered that.
Yeah, I think
I'm
maybe
sure it's
a
true.
little bit.
I'm sure there's something to that.
Right. Right.
It's an interesting sidebar story talking about.
Are you interested in this? You see my triangle on the front?
I'd say to my kids, this is not the period of peace.
Yes.
Up until World War II, there was fighting all the time. Cutting in Europe. Always. About each other. Borders were moving and all sorts. And I think they don't really know.
What's your name?
I didn't know. I did 2 years ago, spring ago, we did a big interrail trip around Europe. And the museums we went to, and he got us out here. So right, it was so we're having this land, now it's that land. Whether that he also had no idea. Again, Americans have been
Right. Sure, they haven't had that issue.
Well, I thought,
We've had a lot of police.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, this is 1771.
They say I married a Yankee, which of course in Britain just means I married an American.
Yes,
I be careful when I'm down south.
Yes, right. Exactly.
Yeah, we lived in Britain for 4 years, and then the kids are living in America.
Yes. My kids are definitely, at least in my experience. But when something else happens. I mean, I was like the earliest post-war baby, since I was a young 46. I remember,
Not you're also in Miami?
I'm from Brooklyn.
No, I mean, like, where do you come from?
yes,
Brooklyn, New
Oh,
York.
really?
He came down for this.
Oh, wow. Okay, are you staying with friends, or you got a hotel room?
There's a motel room in Everglades City.
Wow.
Hey Debbie,
Yes, sir.
before the question started, we like to get it. So Debbie,
There he is.
give me your name, last name.
There he is.
Debbie, why you like?
He's here.
And I want the people who drive by on US 41 to I never married because I want somebody to see me
Hello. It's good to see you.
Yes.
I'm Josh Mack.
Hey, how are you?
You too.
I'm Jason.
Thank you very much for your time.
Hey, how are you?
Pleasure.
Jason. Christine, nice to
And
meet you.
Debbie, hi.
Debbie, nice to meet you. Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Thank you all
for being here.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Congressman, as everyone gets set up, can I just ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
You went on the tour, you said it was yesterday. Or was it today?
The tour?
Yeah, inside.
I'm about to go in.
Oh, you were found?
Yeah.
You were last in on July 15th, correct?
Here, here. We can get started, and then we'll have I'll answer answer questions.
All right, ready when you
All right.
are.
Do we want to wait a minute? Okay, let's wait a second. Check 1, 2. Oh.
This is Debbie.
tell me your name.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2 3. Check.
Don't get hit by a car.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for being here. I'm Congressman Maxwell Frost. I represent Orlando, Florida in the United States Congress, and today we're standing outside of the Everglades detention facility. Last month, was given a sanitized tour of this place. The night before I showed up with all the lawmakers, we heard reports of how detainees had magically received their first shower, some of their first decent meals. The night before I showed up, I had conversations with people who got this information firsthand. At the end of the day, in this facility, we have cages where humans are being held. 32 men per cage, crammed only about 4 to 6 cages per tent. I want to be clear about what this facility really is. It's an internment camp for immigrants, and not just all immigrants, but immigrants that look like me, black and brown folks. A place full of people who are Latinos, Haitian men, subjugated to inhumane conditions under the guise of immigration enforcement. It is a shameful thing. It is a shameful thing, and an evil thing, I believe. It's a place where, as of now, we've seen nearly 1,000 humans being forced to live in a tent city in the middle of the hot Florida summer, where folks are not getting enough food. Detainees are being exposed to heat, wildlife, mosquitoes that can potentially carry disease, and are stripped of their civil rights. And it's all wrapped in performance and spectacle. The Trump administration and DHS want to make this look like order and security. But their social media posts, videos, and staged facility tours that attempt to make this place look like a theme park are nothing more than performative theater. But performative theater that has real impact on the lives of humans and Floridians. They post clips online so they can sell t-shirts, sell beer koozies. It's deliberate cruelty packaged for optics. Today I am here on a visit. Last time I came here was about a month ago with many members of Congress and state legislators. We took a almost nearly 2-hour tour of the facility where I saw inhumane conditions and humans being held in cages. Something that I was not able to do on that tour that I wanted to do is speak with detainees and speak with people that are being held here. I came with a thick binder full of the names and pictures of immigrants that are constituents of mine and people who have family members in my district that are being held there. I was unable to speak with them last trip. Today, I'm here to do that very thing. I am here for 2 main reasons. Number 1, I'm going to be having conversations with detainees. I'm here to check on the well-being of my constituents, of the family members, and also of people that are Floridians that are being held here. And I will be having conversations with multiple detainees while I'm in the facility, and that is one of the main reasons I'm here. The second reason I'm here is because there are things that we did not get to see the last tour that I demand that I need to see. This includes the segregation unit, this includes the medical facility, and we have many other questions as well. I am honored that over the past month, we've been working closely with Friends of the Everglades, the Miccosukee tribe, and the ACLU in their lawsuit and their pursuit to get this place shut down. We know that we'll hear any minute today or anytime tomorrow from the judge. Our hope is that we will receive a decision, that they will receive a decision that shuts this place down. That's what we believe needs to happen. This place needs to be completely shut down because people are not being treated fairly. People are not getting their due process met. And we believe it just needs to be shut down. It is also a complete abuse and waste of our money and of our resources that are supposed to be used to keep Floridians safe when there's a hurricane. And right now we have Hurricane Aaron in the ocean. We have 2 systems developing right now, one with a 60% chance, one with a 40% chance. And they are using $450 million of the $500 million cap that the Office of Emergency Management can use without approval from the state to help keep our people safe. And no matter who you are, you have to see this as not just a stunt, but it's inhumane to Floridians, to people, to humans, but it is also a gross misuse of our resources and horrible for the environment that we're in right now. So the second part and the second reason I'm here is there's more information I have to collect that'll be useful, of course, for lawsuits, but also for me and my job of conducting oversight on the facility. I want to be clear. This facility is not about security. It's about entertainment. It's about optics. It's about distraction. And it's about deporting, and even, I think this isn't even deportation. It's kidnapping, and it's the trafficking of humans. And I said this last time, and I'll say it again. When I was in there, I didn't see people from all around the world that are immigrants that are in this country. I saw people from specific countries, and I only saw black and brown people being held. And there is a large racial component to what's going on in this facility and in ICE detention facilities across the country. So again, I'm here for two reasons. First, to check in on our constituents and Floridians who are detained inside, and second, to make it clear facilities like this have to be shut down, and we're hoping we'll receive a decision on that today or tomorrow. People deserve dignity. Families deserve justice, and our nation deserves an immigration system rooted in dignity and compassion for every single person who is here, not cruelty, not spectacle, and not political theater. Thank you. With that, I'll answer any questions.
With more than 60 other lawmakers that went out today to DHS and to FEMA. My understanding, if you can verify, everyone on there is a Democrat. Therefore, how much do you think you'll have agency to actually move the needle on this if there's no Republicans co-signing for it?
Well, day by day, there's more and more pressure being put on Republicans. And I have to call it the fact that we have 3 Latino members of Congress in the Miami area. Their constituents have been protesting them, reaching out to them, saying, why aren't you standing up on behalf of immigrants? Why aren't you standing up on behalf of the hundreds of thousands of people impacted by the recensions of TPS and things like that? We're talking about people from Cuba. I'm a Cuban American. My mom came here as a refugee. This is a very personal thing to me. We're talking about people from Venezuela, Nicaragua, people from Haiti, many of whom are families and constituents of the 3 members of Congress: Mario Diaz-Balart, Carlos Jimenez, and Maria Salazar, who have been silent and have been offering nothing but lip service to the communities that they supposedly are supposed to represent. And one of the top things the communities are asking for is shut this place down. So as that pressure continues, we hope that Republicans will come with us on this journey to make sure that we fight for humanity, for our constituents, and for our people. But the other thing is, we are hoping that we'll make good ground here on these lawsuits, and specifically the lawsuit that's been filed by Friends of the Everglades, the Miccosukee tribe, alongside the ACLU. We're going to hear a decision any minute now, today or tomorrow. We from our last visit, put into the congressional record everything we saw in there. We took meticulous notes so that could be used in the lawsuit. Representatives from across the state, like Representative Ana Biescamani from my district, served as a witness in it. So we've been in close collaboration, and we're hoping that the decision will close down the facility. I'm sorry, can you repeat it?
Yeah, the state says this meets all requirements and crime working order, but you would disagree with that.
We disagree with it, but the other thing is, depending on what area they're talking about this in, the state contends that different people are running the place. In one of the lawsuits, they're saying the federal government is not involved here. But in the last trip, they told me that every single decision is being made by ICE and the federal government. In another lawsuit, they say, oh no, the federal government's calling all the shots. The ambiguity is part of their strategy to stay away from being held accountable. And that's part of the reason why my trip here is very important today. I'm going to get to see things that they didn't show us last time.
Any federal judge, Kathleen Williams, will shut this place down, expected to rule by tomorrow.
Our hope is that, yes, and I've mentioned that a few times, our hope is that she'll shut this place down, and we've been working with the plaintiffs on this case very closely. We hope that they'll shut this place down. We're also here to gather more information as it relates to this case, but also future cases coming down the line.
I've interviewed them. They really enjoy Alligator Alcatraz because they see this as a campaign promise being fulfilled. They voted for a man who promised mass deportation, and they see this to be a microcosm of their chosen candidate who won the election, fulfilling that campaign promise. Speak to those.
Well, number one, every poll shows that Donald Trump is underwater on immigration. Most Americans do not agree with what he's doing. Most Republicans don't agree with what he's doing. And most swing voters that voted for him are now coming out saying they disagree with this as well. In fact, because of what Donald Trump has done, support for a speedy path to citizenship is at an all-time high. It has never been this popular in the history of this country between both Democrats and Republicans. So it's not true that the majority of Americans agree with this. They're appalled when they see masked ICE agents going into their communities, terrorizing their people, pulling kids from school desks and going into churches and terrorizing our people. That's not what we want. Of course we want a safe country. Of course we want everyone following the laws. But we don't want our communities to be terrorized, and that's what's going on right now. From Washington, D.C. to here in the state of Florida. So most people are against this. And what I would ask the few people that are for it, what I would ask them to realize is ask themselves, number one, this country, we've seen gun violence go down the last 3 years. Why? Because we passed good gun laws to keep our people safe. Because we had a White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention that Donald Trump got rid of on the first day. So this talking point that the Republicans in Congress and Donald Trump are working to keep us safe is not true. The numbers show it. And we have to ask ourselves as Americans, not only do we feel safer, but are we safer now than we have been before? And when I speak with communities in the city I represent of Orlando, people feel less safe, especially immigrant families who don't even feel like they can send their citizen children to school or send their citizen children to church. And that's the chaos that Donald Trump has created because he's trying to make a spectacle of things. There's a campaign promise he didn't fulfill. He said he wanted to lower the cost of living. The cost of living has gone up way more. He said we're not going to engage in these forever wars. We're going to focus on America. We're not focusing on America. We're sending weapons to other countries. And we're sending money all around the world, except not focusing on the fact that our people don't have health care. Our people can't afford to eat. Our people can't afford to send their children to school or pay for a roof over their head. Donald Trump isn't focused on that because he's focused on helping billionaires and mega corporations. And this place isn't any different than that. Because the last time I was here, I saw 2 private jets on the airfield that belong to executives from the private corporations that are running the place. This is a money racket in here. I barely saw law enforcement last time, all private security. And who's making the money? Private corporations and the billionaires. It is all connected, and it's all part of the same story, using immigration and using ICE to benefit the 1%. And so whether you're a Democrat or Republican, Donald Trump wants you to look around at your neighbors as part of the reason why we have an affordability crisis in this country, instead of looking up at the people like him.
Who is giving you the tour, and will you be doing an exit interview here when you're done?
When I come out, I will, if anyone wants to stick around, I'll talk about what I saw and what I heard from the immigrants on this tour. It'll be, I'm not sure exactly who's going to be giving the tour, but the main thing is I'm speaking with people directly, which I was unable to do last time.
And this isn't a surprise to them. Like they arranged, you asked that, they arranged to actually allow them to speak.
We arranged yesterday to speak with some specific detainees that are here.
Is there anything you know in English, Christina?
Yeah, I just thought of like your picture on the backside. That's
Yeah.
going to be included there for people.
Yeah, when I come out after, if anyone's here, I'm happy to address.
Anything you can say in Spanish?
Sí, mira, estamos aquí para luchar por los inmigrantes. Sabemos que aquí, en que se llama Alligator Alcatraz, el tratamiento no está bien para los inmigrantes aquí. Tú sabes, yo soy de Orlando, Florida, pero estamos aquí en Miami y Donald Trump no quiere arreglar este sistema de inmigración, pero él quiere hacer hurt inmigrantes aquí en este país. Yo voy ahí entro para hablar con inmigrantes, a preguntar qué está pasando ahí, a preguntar si ellos tienen medicina que necesita, tiene comida y todo eso. Yo estaba hablando con familias ahorita para saber, tú sabes, que yo necesito a preguntar a las familias ahí dentro. Sí.
¿Puedes describir tu visita anterior, la visita anterior, la última vez?
Última vez. Mira, cuando yo estaba ahí dentro, yo vi que tenemos 32 personas en un cage. Tú sabes, está viviendo en un cage. No tiene como 3 baños y ¿qué está pasando adentro es malos para inmigrantes? Y cada persona ahí dentro es latino. Sabemos que tenemos inmigrantes del mundo aquí en Miami y en Florida, pero cada persona ahí es un latino. So, yo creo que, tú sabes, hay mucho que necesitamos hacer, pero yo estoy aquí porque yo quiero que ellos cierren este facility.
Para finalmente, ¿cómo describes esto? ¿Qué es?
Yo dice que esto es que se llama un internment camp. Esto es un place que ellos quieren poner latinos y para discourage them from fighting the deportation orders, to rid the country of Latinos. And esto es algo que Donald Trump está diciendo en la Casa Blanca, y yo estoy aquí de Orlando para luchar por las familias latinos y de Haití que yo represento en el Congreso. Sí. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
When you come out, can we get a picture with you at the sign?
Yeah, let's get it now, just because I have no idea how long I'll be in there, so I don't want to. I'm going to get some stuff. We're going to join us over there, and I'll join you there. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Huh?